Now I'm going to discuss about heterotrophic nutrition. As you know that heterotrophic nutrition क्या है? Animals and non-green plants such as fungi, bacteria, they cannot prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis because they don't have chlorophyll. In the absence of chlorophyll, they are not able to prepare their own food. So they don't have chlorophyll. क्लोरोफिल नहीं होने के कारण जो है कि वो अपना भोजन नहीं बना पाते हैं. दैट्स वाई दिस टाइप ऑफ प्लांट्स आर नोन एज heterotrophs. Known as heterotrophs, and non-green plants are known as heterotrophs. We are not going to discuss about green plants, non-green plants, because they don't have chlorophyll. Okay, and herbivorous animals depends directly on the plants for their nutrition, and carnivorous depends on the other animals for their flesh. So and this carnivorous is indirectly dependent on plants. They are directly dependent on the herbivorous. So you can say here, when you eat meat, you are indirectly depending on the food prepared by the plants. So you know that green plants get their energy to make the food. They get the energy from the sun to prepare their food. So we can say here, the sun is the main source of energy for all the living organisms. Heterotrophic nutrition in plants. Some non-green plants live in and on other organisms. We can say they live in other living organisms or on the other living organisms, and they get their food from them. For example, dodder is a plant that suck the food from the another plant using root-like structures. So these type of the plants are known as parasites. And the plants from which a parasite gets its food is called host. The plant from which a parasite gets its food is called host. So we can say here one more example. Mistletoe plants is a parasitic plants which grow on the other tree like mango and mahua, because they have green leaves and can synthesize their food. These type of the plants are having chlorophyll. They can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, but they attach to the other plants to take the water and minerals from the host plants. So these type of the plants are known as the partial parasites. And some plants are insectivorous plants because they consume insect like Venus flytrap and pitcher plants are two insectivorous plants because they eat insect. In pitcher plants, a leaf become modified into like pitcher like structure okay, pitcher like structure. uh, the lead closes to trap the insect, and it gets entangled in the hair. They get entangled into the hair. इसके अंदर हेयर होता है, उसके अंदर वो क्या होते हैं, ट्रैप हो जाते हैं. The cells of the pitcher plants secrete digestive juices. The pitcher plants, the cells of the pitcher plants secrete the digestive juices to digest the insect. Venus flytraps and pitcher plants grow in the soil that is not so rich. They use nutrition obtained from the insect to supplement the food, and they prepare by the photosynthesis. We can see here saprotrophs. Some non-green plants live on the dead and decaying plants and animals. Some non-green plants live on the dead and decaying plants and animals, then they get their food from them. For example, mushroom and fungi and bacteria. Mushroom don't have chlorophyll and they grow on the dead parts of the plants and dead parts of the animals. They secrete digestive juices on the dead part and decaying matter. They convert the solid matter into liquid and they absorb nutrients from these liquids, and this method of the getting nutrients from the dead and decaying matter in the form of the liquid is known as saprophytic nutrition. What is the saprophytic nutrition? Saprophytic nutrition is the method of the getting the dead getting the nutrient from the dead and decaying matter in the form of the liquid. In the form of the liquid is called saprophytic nutrition. It's called saprophytic nutrition. Fungi and bacteria that uses this method of the nutrition are known as saprotrophs. So fungi and bacteria are known as saprotrophs or saprophytes. And what is the symbiosis? What is a symbiosis? Symbiosis is the relation between living and non-living. So we can say here one example, lichen. You know what is lichen? Two different kind of the organisms work together for their mutual benefit. In the symbiosis, two kind of the organisms work together for their mutual benefit. For example, algae and fungi. Algae and fungi, uh, where algae is an autotroph and fungi is a saprophytes. Okay, because algae is having chlorophyll and it can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, and but fungi cannot prepare their own food. In, so fungus supply water and minerals to the cells of the algae, while algae supply food to the fungus. Such mutually benefits relationship is called symbiosis.